Hello and welcome to C++ Weekly. I'm your host, Jason Turner. I'm available for code reviews, contracting, and on-site training. Now in this episode, I'm going to discuss C++ 20's, well, some of the changes to Lambdas, and we'll build on these changes over the next few episodes. I think probably 3 episodes in total that I'm going to be talking about some of the ways that Lambdas have changed in C++ 20, which I've already covered a few other ways, but these things I think will make perhaps a real impact on your code. So if you're looking through the list of features that have been added in C++ 20, as I have up here on cppreference.com, you might see this: default constructible and assignable stateless lambdas. And you might wonder what that means and why you should care. So I'm here on Compiler Explorer with GCC trunk, and this is important because most of the features that I'm going to be talking about are not in the released compiler yet. They are in the trunk version of GCC, however. So I've got my main function, and I'm going to create a lambda. Now, first of all, these things of default constructible and assignable, it said stateless lambdas. So that's an important key here. So this is a stateless lambda, and that means it has no captures. And this is our capture block. This is our set of parameters, which is empty, and this is the body. And technically, this is overkill. This is the minimum that's required for lambda in C++. So we have our lambda that is stateless. It has no captures, and it has no body at the moment, in fact. We can go ahead and give it a body, though. So this is a lambda that returns 5. No big deal. Now, a lambda is a thing that we're not allowed to know the name of its type. So we can't explicitly say, create me another lambda of that type, but we can have always been able to make copies of lambdas. So we can do this. But if we wanted to say, I just want a new lambda of that type, decal type L, now I have another lambda that returns the value 5. This is valid. I am in C++ 20 mode. If I put this back in C++ 17 mode, I will get this right here, use of deleted function main lambda lambda paren. That looks like a bunch of nonsense, but it's saying this type of a lambda that was created for us inside of main does not have a default constructor. Its default constructor has been deleted. But in 2A mode, its default constructor has not been deleted. So we have a way of default constructing a lambda if we know the type of it. So I'm going to go back into C++ 17 mode, and we're going to look at the fact that we can make a copy of this lambda. So we have our copy. This is in C++ 17 now. Now we know that L and M are the exact same type, and they are copies of each other, and they are both stateless lambdas. So surely I should be able to say L equals M. And I can't, because we again have use of deleted function, and in this case, it's the assignment operator that has been deleted. So if we put this back into A mode, then this works. So we have now default constructible and assignable stateless lambdas in C++ 20. This is kind of in a way just removing restrictions, unnecessary restrictions in the language, but it does actually provide us with a couple of really useful possibilities. So I'd like to also point out one more thing that has been added in C++ 20. You might also notice here, lambdas in unevaluated context was added in C++ 20. And you might wonder again what that means. So let's go back to this decal type. If I now am in C++ 20 mode still, and this works because we've got this default constructibility that was added in C++ 20. But let's just say you had a reason to use a type in a template or something like that. So let's just go ahead and say I want the decal type of this lambda, this empty-bodied lambda, and I want to declare some variable of it. I'm going to put this back in C++ 17 mode, and we know that we're going to get the error that says we cannot default construct a lambda, but we also get this error beforehand. Lambda expression and unevaluated context only available with C++ 2a or GNU++ 2a. Okay, so those are the three things that we have covered. Lambdas and unevaluated context, default constructible lambdas, and assignable stateless lambdas. Now with that in mind, I'll wrap up this episode, and in the next episode I will show a couple of cases where those three features actually gain us something. So thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.